The Biofighters are here, and in this box you get the kit you need to build two of the biggest ships available for their fleet. Let's crack it open and have a look. I've been looking forward to getting my hands on these bad boys for quite some time. Here you can see the three different builds, and at the end of the video I shall look at the stats of each ship and give you a few thoughts on how they'll play in the game. So you can see here what we have inside. Got a collection of resin parts here. Put those to one side for a moment. And our lovely plastic sprue. Let's open this up. Now you can see here straight away how nice and crisp the details are. These are the optional plates, the sort of panels for protection that the Biofighters put on their ships. You've got a lot of freedom in terms of how you deploy these or how you stick them onto the models. Yeah, they do look very nice. Let's open the resin. Here's all of the resin pieces laid out. If I just lift this up, move it close to the camera, you can see the beautiful level of detail here. It's really crisp. It will need a little bit of cleaning up just to get rid of any flash. But that's beautiful. Any sort of traditional techniques like dry brushing and washes will really make this pop. I'm going to build one of these Battlecruisers and we'll have a look, see how it comes together. Here's the core build for the ship all finished. It's very nice. It's now a case of deciding where I'd like to add the armor plating to finish off the look of the ship. I've decided to go with these panels to offer my Battlecruiser a bit of protection. In terms of scale, you can see that the Battlecruiser is quite a bit bigger than this Scourge frigate, and also seems quite sizable when compared to a UCM cruiser. When it comes to the different variants, all three ships share the same chassis and therefore have the same stats. A thrust of 8 inches is about average for a battlecruiser, but a scan of 10 inches is quite impressive. When you combine this with a signature of just 4 inches, you'll see that the Bioficer battlecruiser has a real advantage when it comes to getting off the first shot. Now, when we talk about the weapons in a minute, you'll see just how important that is for the Biofighters. A hull of 12 is a little on the low side. Energy saves and kinetic saves at 4+ are pretty standard for a ship of this class, but the backup save of 5+ is quite impressive. As you'd expect, the Battlecruiser operates in a group of 1 and there are no special rules, which makes it quite friendly for a beginner fleet. The variation then comes from the different weapons with which you can arm your Battlecruiser. The Stature, which is the variant I've put together today, is armed with a Decon Annihilator. This is a very straightforward weapon with no special rules, just a bucket load of 12 attack dice hitting on 3s. At 140 points, I think that's great value. Of course, a big disadvantage of this weapon is its front narrow firing arc. That's what I was referring to when I said the Biofighters need to attack first. If you can line this weapon up whilst the enemy is still some way off and ideally unable to return fire, then you can bring the pain. If you let the enemy slip past you, there are no other weapons on board that can defend your flanks. The next variant is the Sanctum, which is a carrier that can launch 5 fighters or bombers. Bioficer fighters are pretty fast at 12 inches and allow you 1 kinetic save reroll if you sacrifice them to protect your ships. Their bombers are a little faster than average, but their attacks are not particularly accurate. Alongside these launch capabilities, the Sanctum is armed with a Decon Blast. This is a reasonable weapon that benefits from being able to fire into all arcs. The final variant, the Scion, is armed with the very cool sounding Hyper Light Vice. This is a close action weapon, but given the ship's impressive 10-inch scan and front arc, it can still threaten a decent chunk of the battlefield. The attack only has 2 dice, but hits on 2s and inflicts 5 damage with each hit. Yowzers! Add in the focused ability that lets you target a particular ship rather than a group as a whole, and this is a scary weapon. I'm a bit twitchy about your opponent only needing to make 2 kinetic saves to negate the whole attack, but equally, if he fails 2 saves, even a big ship has just been caught in the vice. So, those are the Bioficer Battlecruisers. Will you be adding them to your fleet? I'll be back soon with some more Dropfleet Commander 2nd Edition content. I hope to see you again soon, and until then, keep rolling.